As you guys know, I like painting minis a lot. And oops, shit. And I bought a beholder recently that came with like a few separable tentacles that have like their own like magic and fire and lightning and shit. So I'm just gonna base coat it today. I'm not doing too much. I just want to base coat it today in beholder purple. A lot of modern day media has it in like black, but I kind of like the classic beholder purple. Not too dissimilar from purple warm purple, but yeah. We're just doing bases today, so like I'm not detailing or anything. We will have a part 2 where I finish the sucker off, but I plan on getting all the skin. I plan on getting part of the inside of the mouth, maybe with like a base pink, the gums, the tendrils, the eyes are going to be based in white. Same with these tendrils here. And that will be it for today. We're doing a bit of a shorter, well, not shorter. We're doing a bit more of a base layer painting. No, we're not doing anything too crazy. Oh, that's enough. That's a good purple. Just like Vagabond and Finn's names to my side. I don't know if your names are purple on Twitch, but they're on my side. If my audio does get lower, just know I am distance my microphone. Oh yeah. Finn, how has your trip been? Can't believe you literally pop on here the moment I switch to mini painting just to scratch your brain, right? Good day, trip to Disney. Since we're pass holders, it was a great, wonderful time. Called out for work for it and used PTO. Nice. I'll say this, painting minis is a lot of fun for the right person. Not like skill wise or anything. There's a level of patience that comes with it and a level of understanding that kind of like, you know, it's not going to look perfect your first time. We have a guy on our Discord who goes by Drake Hyena, and they really paint some amazing miniatures. You just happen to have impeccable timing, exactly. And their miniatures are fantastic. They're doing a lot of scenery miniatures right now for like wargaming. They look absolutely gorgeous. But like, I have, in just the, I want to say, half dozen I painted, the dozen or two I painted so far, I have seen my skill increase like tenfold. It's just, it's a thing that if you're not a patient person, Vagabond, mini painting may not be your thing, but if you're a patient person who just wants to have fun and just like zone out for a bit, and it's hard to zone out, this will be just for you, honestly. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I don't want to put these in because I want to glue. Gotta be careful with the paint to get the paint in the hole. My beholder didn't come with all the pieces here. Like, it's supposed to come with 4 pieces that don't have magic from them. It only came with 3 pieces that don't have magic, and then 4 with magic. So like, I can still work with them, but like, a little bit of a shame. But like, Vagabond, here's what you could do, right? There are kits that sell like 30 paints with 1 mini inside of them, And they're like 70 bucks. They're expensive, admittedly so. Or what you could do is you could go to like your gaming store. They're gonna sell like these size of paints for $3 each. For an army painter, $3 each. And you could buy yourself a single mini. And you could buy, let's say you buy yourself an Emerald Dragon, 14 bucks, which I was actually looking at the other day. Then you could buy yourself 3 paints to make a color base off, including a base paint, like a matte white. And you give it a shot. You're probably gonna spend 25 to 30 bucks on your first model to see if you like it. And if that's like a good investment to you, I say go for it. There are some really like nice sized models like this Beholder that cost 10 to 15 bucks. And I'll just say this, after you liked it, after you like painting, that's when the plastic crack thing comes in, but like, you know, don't need to talk about that part yet. But if you want to give it a shot, Vagabond, I highly encourage you, give it a shot. And share whatever you do in the Discord. I'd love to see it. It's just like, you know, you gotta be patient with it. It is a skill that you will build over time. And learning like fucking learning how thin each individual paint is. Wild. Yeah, exactly. There are a lot of mini kits. There are a lot of mini kits that give you a mini, like a solid size mini like this, for 15 bucks. I would say for your first mini, get a good, let me show you my first mini. Let me show you my first mini, 1 second. This here is Gorf, the Bugbear, my first mini. He's very bare bone basics, but he came with my starter kit. And my starter kit had like 30 paints in it. I just knew that I would like it, so I invested in the starter kit, and I paid like 70 bucks for it, 80 bucks for it. But you could probably find a mini like Gorf for like this here, the Beholder, 10 bucks. And you need 3 paints for it. You need white, you need purple, and you need something for detailing, like a red. To get your basics done, to see if you actually enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? A couple of local comic shops offer a bundle. Yeah, check them out. If there's anything like that, in all reality, you're going to spend money on it. It's not something you can do cheap, especially if you want good quality stuff. Good quality minis will cost money. That's the issue. Good quality minis cost money. Especially Warhammer and like game workshops, do not expect anything of reasonable price there. But with the Black Friday coming up, you might be able to find some shit for cheap, especially on Amazon. There's some individual printers who print smaller stuff on the same scale and sell them in bulk. I bought the Monsters of Solan box as an example for 40 bucks. And it's been fun to paint some of those minis. They're really good practicing for me. I really enjoyed them. Came with a few big ones, but they came with like a lot of small ones. And admittedly, their quality's not the best because they're printed in bulk. But they are definitely not horrible, I'll say that much. Especially with Black Friday coming up, you might find some really good sales like that. And the brushes, you're probably gonna pay, depending on your set, 10 bucks for a set of starter brushes, probably less, 5-10 bucks. But like honestly, your initial investment's gonna be around 50-60 bucks. If you want to go, if you don't want to get the starter set, the starter set's a really good deal, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. The Army Painter starter set's a really fucking good deal. I have not gotten much paint since I've gotten my Army Painter starter set. I've not had the need to get much paint. The paint lasts a very long time. And that's kind of your most, aside from minis, that's your biggest expense is paints. As long as you take care of your brushes right, they'll last you. Definitely check out your comic shops. They might have some really good bundles, especially if they're like small mom and pop shops just trying to sell some stuff. Oh, did I not hear the Objection Funk? What? Did Objection Funk not play? Did Objection Funk not play? Give me a sec. If it didn't play, I'm gonna go back to my extensions and make sure. You know what? Hold on. Let me see. If it did not play, I'm gonna redo it. Give me a second. Did it play before or no? My browser's... Oh! Oh! I'm so sorry. Hold on. There we go. Sorry about that. I didn't have the browser source on this page. I had to put it back on this page. There you go. I got your funk, KSG. Hopefully you had a good funky time with it. You guys play Baldur's Gate, you should be able to fight one of these fuckers. Pretty early on, too. If I recall correctly, there was a specter, like, the moment you entered the Underdark from the Goblin Camp. Specter you can find, which I believe is just like, maybe it's like a baby beholder or a young beholder. Pain in the ass to There's one tied to a special item too. They just have. Oh yes, yes. We just got the item in one of my playthroughs. That was in the hidden chest box thing, right? That you have to fight the gnolls for. I remember that. The first time I didn't know about it, so I actually helped out the guys and I transported the box back safely. Second time I'm like, fuck that. I wanted to fight that. They won 7 awards if I recall correctly, and Neil whatever his name is, the voice actor for Asterion, rightfully so, got leading voice actor of the year. Like, sorry, best supporting voice actor role. Like, validly so. Everyone's voices on that game were fucking phenomenal. Like, all their voices were so phenomenal. Everyone did an amazing job. But I definitely feel like Astarion's voice and his actor and everyone really took the show of a lot of people. And really took a lot of hearts. The narrator is fantastic. Oh my god. What were the awards they won? What were the 7? I know they got like best game. I know they got best studio. I know they got best VA. Best supporting VA. What were the other ones they got? Do you know? Or do you mind if I ask that you just take a gander and see what they got for me, please? God. You don't need to if you don't want to, obviously. I'm just like, if you want to, can you please? I'd be grateful. They had a fantastic team. I feel like they got like a setting awards too, like one of the best settings or something. I know they got Game of the Year. They got PC Game of the Year. Tears of the Kingdom rightfully got Nintendo Game of the Year. But I think that Tears of the Kingdom is not going to have the same longevity of Breath of the Wild, funnily enough. I think it will to a degree, but like already I can kind of see the hype dying down around it. Like I don't see as many Zeltech videos about it as I did Breath of the Wild, you know, when it first came out, and Black Nintendo Crisis and stuff like that, who made theories about it. I don't see as many interactions with the content that I did with Breath of the Wild, but maybe I gotta wait a year and see how people take it. You know? But Tears of the Kingdom rightfully got best Nintendo game. I don't remember what got the best PlayStation game. I think it was Resident Evil 4, funnily enough. And it's like, that's just a game that happened. Yeah, I'm not gonna completely disagree with you there, actually, Finn. Breath of the Wild had a certain je ne sais quoi that I don't know how to describe personally. Tears of the Kingdom's fantastic, but I feel like Breath of the Wild just had something. I don't know what it is. Maybe someone will know the word better for it than I would, but no. It had something. I liked it. There were a lot of people who, I think, funnily enough, the wildest thing for me is like the level of, it was extremely delightful. The novelty was extremely delightful, yeah. I think the funny thing is, I lost my soul in that game for sure. I think the funny thing is, like, Breath of the Wild is still somewhat divisive with how people kind of like appreciate it. Like how people hated that it was such a background storytelling mechanic, that a lot of your story came from the background rather than the foreground. You know what I'm saying? Where you had to like pay attention to minute details and really dig in to really understand what was going on. There's a lot of like background or scenery storytelling, you know what I'm saying? Seeing the Guardians just kind of like in certain situations, in certain areas, just kind of like making stories from all of that, you know? Tears of the Kingdom has an objectively fantastic in-your-face story. It's a lot of fun. And it's a very interesting game with brand new amazing mechanics. It just, maybe it is the fact that it's just not as novel, but like you can kind of see it in how not divisive it is, that people just don't care about it as much long term. I mean, I still see people playing it all the time, but like, you know, I wonder if I will see, like, as an example, years after Breath of the Wild came out, they found a new glitch to get certain chests that were underneath the world. I wonder if that's going to happen in this one. You know, no one's really going on about. In this game, I do not know what happens if you collect all the Korok seeds. My assumption is you get another piece of poop. But, like, I don't know because I don't hear people talking about it often. You know what I'm saying? And that might be just be a novelty thing, like you're saying, Finn. It might just be a novelty thing, just not new. It perfected Breath of the Wild, but it wasn't itself a completely novel, memorable experience. Like, sure, the Gorons are basically on rock crack. You know? That was a fun story, and Sidon is still beautiful in there, but like, there's a lot of good stuff about it. There's a lot of really good stuff about Tears of the Kingdom, and I gotta say, it's an A tier game, fucking S tier game, I would say. But it's just, it's like, I think it's a Breath of the Wild, and I think how lonely I felt when I was going through the plains on my own as Link. I feel how scared I felt when I fucking faced the Guardians for the first time. I had to run away from them. I feel how successful I felt when I had to go through certain trials and like Eventide Island and stuff. But when I think about what I've done in Tears of the Kingdom, I'm just kind of like, I mean, yeah, Tulin's cool. Fought a dungeon. I don't know the dungeon. Like, the Wind Dungeon was cool, but like, again, people were saying that the fucking Sheikah Divine Beasts were not memorable. And I'll be honest, I don't remember the Wind Dungeon in this game. You know what I'm saying? I remember the Sheikah dungeons. They were pretty much samesies, don't get me wrong. But like, getting to the Sheikah dungeons was like so much fun. And not that, I'll say this, getting to Tulin's dungeon was pretty great too. There was like the whole jumping on ships thing, but like, I don't know. I will say this, they gave the characters a lot more. Tears of the Kingdom, they gave the side characters a lot more, and that is so much more memorable for me. I feel like if they focused more on the characters in Tears of the Kingdom, it would have separated itself from Breath of the Wild a lot more. It made its own impact, you know what I'm saying? Because that solitary focus they had on Tulin, Sidon, Riju, that was like my favorite part of it, you know what I'm saying? Seeing all these characters come to life as leaders and as members of their community. Fantastic. Seeing what's his name? What's the kid's there's like this Bolin construction company or whatever his name is. That guy, seeing his kid kind of go through that quest, oh, that was beautiful. I feel like Tears of the Kingdom did a great job fleshing out the characters, but you know, I don't feel like they're two separate games. Is a great way to put it. I do not feel like they're two separate games. And you could tell that because they intended Tears of the Kingdom to be a DLC originally. I do not feel like they're two separate games. I feel like this is all just Breath of the Wild and a really big Breath of the Wild DLC that is justified in its price. That's how I feel it, personally. It does not feel like two separate games. And in not a bad way either, in the best of ways. It feels like I played the same game for a very long time. And that's a good thing in this case. It's like saying I played 3 playthroughs of Baldur's Gate 3. Like, yeah, it's a good thing. Very fun game. Same thing with Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, it feels like an expansion, exactly. Ah, fuck. Yeah. Being an expansion is not necessarily a bad thing. It's whether you treat that expansion with respect. Like, The DLC we got for Breath of the Wild, subpar. I'll be honest, it was sub fucking par, right? You got a few extra dungeons. You got your motorcycle. Well, subpar. Let's be real. But it was. But it's still Breath of the Wild. This game is very much along the lines of it is Breath of the Wild in its best of forms. And kind of hints that everything is also canon because now all the items that were used to be amiibo items are now fucking canon in the world. Do you want the Twilight Bow? Just fucking go to like the castle. It's there. It's canon in this world now. You don't need the amiibos to get it. I can understand why they didn't want to make DLC for this game, why they are not planning on making DLC for this game. And I kind of agree with that. I think Tears of the Kingdom ends off just fine. The threat that is Ganon is destroyed in this timeline or part of the world or whatever. They're just gonna have to find a way to revolutionize the next Zelda game. And or expand upon the current Zelda formula now. Are they going to continue on with this Hyrule, or are they going to go on to a new Hyrule? And if they go on to new Hyrule, what for, and yada yada, what do they plan on doing? What art styles? Are they going to hold Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild as a new base? Or are they going to change things entirely? If they make a fucking Tears of the Kingdom, what do you call it? Warriors, I'm gonna be pissed. Because Age of Calamity Warriors was fucking bullshit. There was some fun stuff in it, don't get me wrong, but the story was such bullshit. Everyone survived at the end. Like, Nintendo, stop being fucking Didn't just add me as a friend on what? Wait, what did you just add me as a friend on? Oh, we were already friends? Yeah. Oh, I have an Xbox account? Oh, I got a Microsoft account. Okay, fair enough. I did not know. I forgot about that. The Wario spin-off games are not horrible. I'll give you an example. Hyrule Warriors, the first one, fantastic. So good. I love the first Hyrule Warriors. That was so much fun. It was silly. It made itself its own. It was a good, campy, great time, right? Fire Emblem Warriors, fantastic. It dealt with some timeline shenanigans, but gave us a brand new story, brand new everything. It was cute. It was fun. Age of Calamity just said, Age of Calamity advertised itself as being the battle 100 years prior to the game of Breath of the Wild, and everyone survives. Spoiler alert. None of that trauma that you want to live through at that point happens. You get teased. Oh, Urbosa's about to die. Oh, Riju came in and saved the day with Patricia. Which, don't get me wrong, I love Patricia. And Riju. And the voice actors were great. Loved seeing everyone join on in. But like, we wanted to see the champions die, goddammit. You advertised this as the battle that fell Hyrule. And you gave us some generic... I guess they always give us a generic last battle, but you know. Felt like a cop-out. Give us a... They advertise as a prequel, and then they're like, it's not. Ooh, it's like, at least advertise that it's not a prequel. Like, come on. Sorry, I just realized my camera was out of focus for a bit. I fixed it up though. Like, I'm cool if you're gonna be like, hey, this is a different retelling of a story. I'm cool with that. I love that. Be honest about it. Don't tell me this is a story from 100 years ago if it's not gonna be a story from 100 years ago. And it did introduce us to Mami Pura, and whoo! Good design. And Daddy Robbie, whoo boy. Handsome man. Handsome rock and roll grandpa. So many DILFs and MILFs in that fucking, holy shit. Ganondorf? Oh man. That researcher in the fucking the Sheikah village, whatever his name was. Oh. God damn, he's hot. Pura? Of course. Aya? Of course. Impa? No, I'm kidding. Some people probably. Not me. Young Impa? Whoo! Urbosa? God, please step on me. This is the Degeneracy Hour, guys. Who else were we thirsty for in that game? There's a few people. I don't remember everyone's name in that game. Beetle. No, I'm kidding. I was not thirsty for Beetle. Oh, some people were thirsty over Pell, the bird guy, the news reporter. Whatever happened to my boy Cass? Whatever happened to Cass? I want to know what happened to that guy. Is he okay? Tell me, Palpatine, is Cass okay? I want to know. He told us so many important things, like shoot an arrow through a hole. I think I'm joking. That's literally what he tells me. Yeah, about 7 years. In Breath of the Wild, you meet a character. And in Tears of the Kingdom, you meet the character's 7-year-old daughter. So it's about 7 years in between the two games. The renaming of Malice to Gloom is fucking bullshit. I'll stand by that statement. Like, just call it Malice. Let there be continuity in your game, Nintendo. Because Zelda never had continuity before doesn't mean you can't have a little bit of continuity. Ooh, shit. Excuse me. Sorry about that, guys. I know it's probably not very fun to hear on the stream. Oh, yeah. They're fine games. They are good. I mean, they have good base code on them so far. We're gonna have to get his mouth in gums and all that stuff. I think we could mix a good mouth. I want to finish applying this purple everywhere. Parts are missing, primarily on the bottom, which makes sense. Flip it upside down and try it. I'm not using as much Beholder Purple as I thought I'd be using, which I'm kind of happy with. Use it to make further highlights later on, which is nice. Oh god, it's on the other side. Might give him another layer of purple in a bit, but I think right now move on to some. So we're gonna mix some glistening blood, some beholder purple, to try to get a mouth color or gum color, like a pinky brown red, like a pinky purple red. I get most of the mouth on the inside of that color, which will require some fancy maneuvering, but not impossible. Bit too red for my liking, actually. It's the beholder, Ethano. How are you, bud? Let's add a little pink to that. A ton of cleaning and now I'm playing more Final Fantasy 14. Hell yeah. You're talking about the critically acclaimed MMORPG that allows you to go up to level 70 on its first trial with 2 expansion packs included? That Final Fantasy 14? That I've been enjoying. Yeah, 100%. That's a better call. I like that call. Oh, dude, alright, cool. You have to tell me when it's the other Final Fantasy 14 that does not include a free trial. That is a much better color than yellow. Now to level 70, let's go. Actually, I'm very happy with this color right here. Very happy with that, actually. Very like something I could wash and work with later. Mentioned Stormblood. Oh my god, Stormblood. How could I have slept on that? Thing in the mouth is. Glad you got to your cleaning and your one day I'll get back. And get past the level. I'm liking that. Let me get 3 months. I say, oh my god, and a meager 3. Very casual. Relaxed. Pretty short. When's Final Fantasy 14 Friday happening? After I finish making the Flat Fuck Friday emote, which I actually am a few frames in now. I'm actually quite that was for the charity event a while ago, actually. New animated emo will eventually. Long process. Just gonna be the slime being as flat and as fuck as possible. That's Friday as possible. I thought I could reuse a few parts of slime emotes, and the reason why it's taking me longer than a lot of the other ones, I can't reuse a lot of parts. A lot of things I have are flat or not flat. Now slip and slide Sunday, baby. Let's go. Love that game. I have to get pissed off at my congressional. Definitely love pissing off. Ask their people pointed questions about the policies that they're trying to enact. Make sure that I hold them accountable. I don't like that. Hey, this congressman got $18,000 in donations from XYZ PAC. How's that influence their policy making? Oh, it hasn't. Like, okay, so is he willing to give back those $18,000? Nope. Right, sounds like it's influencing him. 18,850, but you know, I am more than glad to dunk. And he's Democratic for those curious. He's a Democratic congressman, but oh boy. He's the work that man is. Are you yellow in the teeth a bit? At a base of what? Ah, shit. So I do know that the new, well, rather there's Ace Attorney games coming out that are remakes from 4, 5, and 6. I'm excited for those. Star Wars Outlaws looks really good. I'm really enjoying how Star Wars Outlaws is looking. Especially that little shit Nyx. I love Nyx so much. Oh my god. So cute. Love Nyx. What else? Is there more footage? There's just the gameplay footage I released a little while ago. And Nyx is just a little shit in there, and I love him. Love Nyx. Just in general, I want a good sci-fi game. And I know Jedi Survivor and stuff's out there, but like I don't really want Jedi Survivor. Rather, Outlaws looks like the game I kind of really want. So many Jedi-focused games just kind of like me. What do you mean? Losing it over who? Nyx? Sorry, I'm not connected the dots for you. Oh, what's her name? Kay or something? Oh wait, does Kay go by they them pronouns? Is that what you're saying? Sorry, I have not paid that much attention to it, I'll be honest. Ah, gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, let him cry. I just need to put a million protagonist. I'd actually accept that more than they would accept Minor. I didn't play. I know the story of Cal Kestis. I did not play him. I'll say Cal Kestis embodies what I love about Star Wars stories. Being honest, though, and his entire storyline is fantastic, and it embodies some of my favorite parts about Star Wars, especially the darker aspects that I like that were present in Rogue One, as an example. It embodies some of what I believe is core Star Wars. The fight of good and evil, definition of how you deal with the oppressive authority and all that kind of stuff. And it provides, that's something that like, so Force Unleashed, in my opinion, was just a power trip fantasy roleplay for the person who wants to be in power, as an example, but people love that shit. But I feel like Cal Kestis' story does a million times better explaining the Empire, explaining the fear and the power of Darth Vader and stuff like that, and explaining the situation that led to the rebellion and what the rebellion is and what they believe in, more so than that game ever does. And that game, you find the OG founding of the rebellion, right? But like the Darth Vader fight in Jedi Survivor, peak Vader. When you're fighting with what's her name, Seer, in the Jedi, in the new little Jedi temple, peak Vader, and gave proper respects to Vader while also making the player feel very strong and powerful. Vader got his ass kicked, sure. He won. There's a level of understanding that Vader had a level of control the entire time that Seer did not. He was destined to win. It was so good. The hopelessness of the games is fantastic, and it feels just like how it would for that kind of scenario. Not just good vibes and positive shit. The hopelessness in that game. Desperation. The fear. Kind of brings the scenario to life more. Which Outlaws is going to do as well. I think that the Rebels era video games are going to continue on that same trajectory. They're going to do a marvelous job with it. But I haven't played the game. Watch the cutscenes. I'll take a lot more Order 66 cutscenes. I love those Order 66 cutscenes. Holy shit. So good. So good. Every time we get a flashback to Order 66, I get a little happier. That's such a fantastic pivotal moment. I think Star Wars, Fallen Order, and Survivor, top-notch Star Wars. Top-notch Jedi Star Wars. Maybe specify. I can add a little more detail. This guy. Yeah, hold on. Ugh. Much. Oh. Fuck, I'll have to repaint over it. That's fine. Kind of screwed up the iris a little bit. Thought the detail brush would be fine. It was. We got a Yeah, I can clean that up. Depends. So I've done a few things that I just like painting off how I want to. I'm just painting off, you know, how I know beholders to look. You know, it's nowhere near done. I don't think I'm gonna do more than just the base colors today. I want to add some like details later. Like just what I want it to look like, and I'll go typically off for 2 degree. Yeah, it's all coming together. I can feel it. I have all my other VODs up on YouTube of mini painting too, if you ever want to see that. Conversation's a bit old, those VODs, but you know. Those are the fast forwarded, like 10-minute versions of videos I also put out. Except for Purple Worm, that's a 5-hour video with a 15-minute, maybe 20-minute fast forward. Kind of ramble with it. That one came out today, I think. Honestly, I think this is a good base to stop at. Like even that, for a lot of like beginner D&D tables, probably a good like once to the face, you know? This does not satisfy me, but I think this is a good first stop. I have some things to do tonight. I'm not going to be able to stream till 10. I think we've got a really good base here. There we go. So we can get the webcam better. I think we got a fantastic base here that we can work off of in the future. It is clearly not done. My nail polish needs to be fixed. It's clearly not done. There's still some stuff in the eyes I gotta fix. I gotta put another coat of purple on here eventually, for sure. I think we got a good base layer down. I might work on some of like the smaller stuff off stream, like getting that base layer of purple down again, like just like fixing some of these parts here and there, you know. But honestly, I'm pretty happy with it. Pretty happy with how it is. I think this is a really great base layer. I think this is a really great start. I think in the next few weeks we could hit it up again. Continue on. Put some wash on it. Then we're gonna put some highlighter. And then we're gonna have fun there. Thank you very much. I'll see if I can dry brush some highlighter on some of this. So like instead of like just like singularly going down, if I can just like a dry brush some of it. See if that works. Yeah, here. One more close up for everyone. Nowhere near done, but I'm pretty happy with it so far. I'm pretty happy with it so far.